And then see, and then if you want to go through some that you don't know later, great. So Capo 2. I found that starting that last song, being in the key of C, I find the key of C kind of hurts my hand. It's not my favorite key to play in. There's too many F chords. Here we go. Well, I stumbled in the darkness. I'm lost and alone. I said I'd go before us and show the way back home. Is there a light up ahead? I can't hold on very long. Forgive me, pretty baby, but I always take the long way home. Money's just something you throw off the back of a train. Got a head full of lightning, a hat full of rain, and I know that I said I'd never do it again. Oh, I love you, sweet baby, but I always take the long way home. I put food on the table and a roof overhead, but I traded all tomorrow for the highway instead. Watch your back if I should tell. Your love's the only thing I'd ever known. One thing's for sure, sweet baby, I always take the long way home. You know I love you, baby, more than the whole wide world. I am your woman. I know you are my pearl. So let's go out past the party lights. We can finally be alone. Come with me, we can take the long way home. Come with me, together we can take a long way home. Come with me, together we can take a long way home. What do you think? Should we do the original too? Is it that? Let's do it. I might suggest that we do the original, but we move the capo up even higher than 3, 2, 4. No, 5. Let's put it on 5. So where are we? What key are we in, actually? If we put the capo on 5. The root is on the 6th string. It's on the, what is it? The 8th fret? Is that right? Too early for pop quizzes? C, that's right. So we're playing in the key of C, but we don't have to use C chord family chords, which suits me just fine. Well, I stumbled in the dark. baby, but I always take the long way home. Money's just something you throw off the back of a train. Got a handful of lightning, a handful of rain, and I know that I said I'd never do it again. And I love you, pretty baby, but I always take the long way home. I put food on the table and a roof overhead, but I trade it all tomorrow for the highway instead. Watch your back if I should tell you that love's the only thing I've ever known. One thing's for sure, pretty baby, I always take the long way home. You know I love you, baby, more than the whole wide world. You are my woman, I know you are my pearl. Let's go out past the party lights, we can finally be alone. Come with me, we can take a long way home. Come with me, together we can take a long way home. Come with me, together we can take a long way home. Great. That'd be a fun one to memorize. I think I did memorize that one time when I first started playing it. Yeah. Let's continue along that line for a second with Be Here. Wait, what's it called again? Isn't it called Be Here to Love Me? It's not under the B. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. We'll start with the Townes Van Sant version. Let's see. If we put the capo on 4, that puts us into the key of... How do you figure that out, hey? It's in the key of... Well, it's D-shaped chords. So if we put the... Oh, no, sorry. I take that back. My eyes were playing tricks on me. I wasn't looking at the first 4 chords there. So
Is it C minus a half step?
Yeah, it's C minus a half step. Some people say C flat, and you would be correct if you said C flat, otherwise known as B. So that's one of those fancy little things. You know how when we talk about sharps and flats, and when we're learning the notes on strings so that we can figure out what the roots of the chords are, and I say, okay, well, there's only a semitone between B and C, and then E and F, right? Everything else has got a full tone between the letter and the next letter. So there's either a sharp or a flat between each one, except between B and C and E and F, right? So for example, you could say A, the next one up, you could say A sharp. The one above that would be G. After that would, oh, sorry. A, B comes after A. So A sharp would otherwise be known as B flat. B sharp would be what? C. But you could technically call C B sharp. You would be correct. It's just that when you map it out on paper in musical notation, that an opera or that a symphony or that you can read, when you start playing in the key of B sharp, you end up with a lot of sharps all over the page. So it looks like there's a lot going on, because there is. And same with if you were to play in C flat, which is actually B, you would have sharps and flats all over the place. So an example of that is in romantic music, where say you're listening to Chopin or something. He's changing keys all over the place briefly, and he's using, or that kind of romantic music is using techniques and devices that make it sound like you're kind of cycling through these keys, not really knowing where you're going. But a lot of the time you have to write in the key of, you would write in the key of C flat or B sharp, because it would look better or more appropriate than, and more elegant also. It just makes more sense logically, visually, to write in those kind of obscure keys sometimes. So I thought I would give it a little bit of context. So E sharp would be what? F. And F flat would be E. So the reason that all started was because Brian rightly said that we're in the key of C minus a semitone, which could be called C flat. And that's, or it could be called B. What do you think? Any questions? Did that make some sense? I hope I was able to have some, yeah. That's some good info, good information there. Here we go, let's play. Let's see. Boom, chick, chicka, boom, boom, chick, boom, chick.
Was that Capo 4? Sorry.
Yes, Capo 4.
Okay,
sorry. Boom, chick, chicka, boom, boom, chick, chick, boom, boom. You can try just doing downstrokes, or you can just do half notes. Dum dum da dum 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 da dum dum. Do 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 do. Here we go. Your eyes seek inclusion in all this confusion of mine. Though you and I both know it's only the warm glow of wine that's got you to feeling this way. But I don't care, I want you to stay and hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Children are dancing, gamblers are chancing their all. The window's accusing the door of abusing the wall. But who cares what the night watchmen say? The stage has been set for the play. Just hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Dum 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 bum 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 dum 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 bum bum dum bum. The moon's come and gone, but a few stars hang on to the sky. Well, the wind's running free, though it ain't up to me to ask why. Citizens are demanding their pay. They left me with nothing to say, except hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Just hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Just hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Just hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Just love that song. I keep forgetting to write out a Buckskin Stallion. There is an artist known as Amy Annell. Is that her name? Amy Annell. And she has this amazing album. And she kind of introduced me to Townes Van Sant in a weird way. Her song is on some film that I just don't know what film it was. But she does a version of Buckskin Stallion by Townes Van Sant. And it's haunting, and it's an amazing album. And she does these other great covers. Like she does Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, but in this really heavy kind of alt country Nashville kind of style. It's really great. Oops, that's the wrong one. Okay, so now let's do the Norah Jones version. It's funny, we've had so many rain themed evenings. I think I'll kind of it's just pouring, but I think we need more rain songs if we're gonna. We won't do that. We got to get into we got things to do. Okay, here we go. Capo 1. So we're in the key of. Sorry, I wasn't watching when we were mouthing it. What do you got? Capo 1. That's right. Or we could call it A flat or G sharp, right? So in the key of G sharp, how many sharps would you have? You'd have 8. No. You'd have 7 sharps, and then you'd have a double sharp. You'd have F sharp sharp. That's what happens when you run out of sharps. You start doing double sharps. When you run out of flats, you start doing double flats. So we're in the key of A flat. And it's in it's kind of like a 6/8 feel. I'll do that again. That's just to get it going. So here's the intro. D. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Your eyes seek conclusion in all this confusion of mine. Though you and I both know it's only the warm glow of wine that's got you to feeling this way. But I don't care, I want you to stay. So just to hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Children are dancing, the gamblers are chancing their all. The windows accusing the door of abusing the wall. But who cares what the night watchman stage has been set for the play. So just to hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. But a few stars hang on to the sky. Well, the wind's running free, but it ain't up to me to ask why. But the poets are demanding their pay. They've left me nothing to say except to hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Just hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Just to hold me and tell me you'll be here to love me today. Same song. Very different feel. Hey, we gotta do Sunrise now. Sunrise, here we go. Capo 3. The key is B flat. Or you could call it, no, I'm not, yeah, or A sharp. How does it go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'll just keep doing this for a while. I might slow it down actually. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2 A minors, 2 G's, 2 A minor, G, C, A minor, C, C, sorry, A minor, G, C. One more of these and then we'll go to the F. F. Here we go. Sunrise, sunrise, looks like morning in your eyes, but the clock's had 9:15 4 hours. Sunrise, sunrise, couldn't tempt us if it tried, 'cause the afternoon's already come and gone. And I say, ooh, surprise, surprise, couldn't find it in your eyes, but I'm sure it's written all over my face. Surprise, surprise, never something I could hide, when I see we made it through another day. Then I say, That song is a lot faster. But that's a nice way to kind of get to do it, I think, right now. Great. Hey, how you doing? You want to, anybody got any suggestions? You got one? Oh, Rob, I can't hear you.
Tom Petty, I Won't Back Down.
Sure. And Rob, I think you were on mute. I saw your lips moving like you were talking, but were you?
Yeah, I said lungs.
Lungs.
Ironically.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we got Won't Back Down and Lungs. Great. I won't back down. There it is. I won't back down. Let's do the capo on 2. Key of A. No, I won't back down. Actually, no, let's take the capo off if you don't mind. Let's take the capo off. The reason I quickly said it's in the key of A is because I knew that this is where it's going. It's going from the 6 chord to the 5 chord to the 1 chord. 6, 5, 1. Let's just keep doing that. E minor, D, G, E minor, D. Go. Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Gonna stand my ground. Won't be turned around. And I'll keep this world from dragging me down. Stand my ground, and I won't back down. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. Sorry, I don't know what that part's supposed to mean. Here we go to the second verse. Well, I know what's right. I got just one life in a world that keeps on pushing me around, but I'll stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. No, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. One more. No, I won't back down. Great. What was that other Tom Petty one that we hadn't done for a while that we did? When I think Shannon, you said you got up to the L section. Was that what it was during the power outage?
Learning to Fly.
Learning to Fly. Yeah, let's do that because that's a great. Learning to fly. Ooh. Okay. Oh, and we've got to do lungs and we got to do wild mountain thyme. Okay. Got it. This one's good practice with the strumming, right? This is that the real strumming where do we change chords? Let's see, we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and da-dum, ba-dum, 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 da-dum. As long as your hand's going up and down. Da-dum, boom, ba-dum, boom, da-dum, boom, da-dum. Okay, here we go. Well, I started out down a dirty road. I started out all alone, and the sun went down as I crossed the hill, and the town lit up, and the world got still. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Well, the good old days may not return, and the rocks might melt, and the sea may burn. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Stays on the G for a while, I guess. Here we go. F, C, A minor, G. F, C, A minor, G. F, C. One more of those. Well, some say life will beat you down, break your heart, steal your crown. So I've started out for God knows where. I guess I'll know when I get there. I'm learning to fly round the clouds, for what goes up must come down. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. I'm learning to fly around the clouds, for what goes up must come down. I'm learning to fly. learning to fly. Did you get the groove? Feeling good about that groove? Great groove. Rob's pick fell in his guitar, as you probably can note. Who has not accidentally dropped their pick in their guitar? Show of hands. Everybody's dropped their pick in their guitar? You don't have a pick, Lara? You've never dropped your pick in your guitar? Well, what Rob is doing right now, that's how you get your pick out of your guitar. That's what you do. I thought I should explain that for people who haven't had to do that, because otherwise... It's like, what is Rob doing? Everybody should unmute themselves for a second. We can always have a good round of applause for her. That's great. A Zoom round of applause. Nice. That is a challenging thing to do. I've spent an entire 25-minute lesson with a kid, many kids, multiple kids, where they insisted on getting that out themselves. There's a trick. One trick is if you get it in there, you try to balance it so you can see it, and then you do one of these. You do a quick flip. That's only, if that doesn't work, it's back to plan A or plan B or whatever it is, the shaking. Okay, lungs. Let's do lungs. Now that we got that. This is a good one. I think we've only done this once or twice. There's only 2 chords. This song's really about the riff and the writing. This is just such an incredibly powerful song. Let's do it like that. That was way too fast, but we'll do it like a boom chick. Kind of the way, yeah, let's just do it like that. Just to figure out where the chords go. So there's a quick E minor to D after the first 3. So it's, won't you lend your lungs to me? Mine are collapsing. Plant my feet and bitterly breathe up the time that's passing. Breath I'll take and breath I'll give. Pray the day's not poison. Stand among the ones that live in lonely indecision. Stay on the E minor for a while at the end of each verse. Fingers walk the darkness down. Mind is on the midnight. Gather up the gold you found. You fool, it's only moonlight. And if you try to take it home, your hands will turn to butter. Better leave this dream alone. Try to find another. Salvation sat and crossed herself, called the devil partner. Wisdom burned upon the shelf, who'll kill the rage and cancer. Seal the river at its mouth, take the water prisoner. Fill the sky with screams and cries, bathe in fiery answers. I for one and you for two ain't got the time for outside. Keep your injured looks to you. We'll tell the world that we tried. Bam, dum, ba dum, dum, dum. E minor, D, E minor. It's a good one. I'm just kind of marveling at my editing. Oops. Jesus was an only son, and love his only concept. That's what that's supposed to say. Sund. What's a sund? Okay, what do we got? Wild Mountain Thyme. You know I don't know this one, so it's up to Neil. So we have to ask Neil if he is up for this one. Great.
Yeah, I think I Capo 4 in this one.
Okay.
Oh, the summer time has come, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love she'll not come, then I'll surely find another to pull wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
Terrific.
Thank you. That was great. Very nice.
Thanks, my pleasure.
Nicely done, Neil. Real
Thank
good.
you.
Who did you bring that song to the table, Neil? I can't remember, or was it someone requested it and then you knew it?
I forget, but I did the words for you and
You
passed
wrote
them
it all
all
out. Beautiful. What next? What next? Where do we go from here? Let's see. Hey Brian, what do you got? You got any
Some kind of hip.
some kind of hip? Yeah.
Whatever you like from the hip catalog.
Yeah. How about we do Fiddler's Green? We haven't done that for a while. We can do a couple of them. We haven't done any of them for a while. We haven't done Bobcaygeon for ever too. Why don't we do a couple of those? That would be great. Fiddler's Green. This is almost not almost. This would be a real good Remembrance Day tune. I'm thinking. For sure. Maybe not, because it's in September. But maybe they're thinking about it in September. I don't know. I'm not going to think about it too much. So this one's, and many of the Tragically Hip songs, the guitarist, the other Gord, right? He tunes his guitar differently. He does these wacky tunings, which is, it's really great to hear guitars tuned differently, and it's also a little frustrating sometimes because you can't quite get it. It's like, unless you know what the tuning is, and then you learn it in that tuning. And a lot of Coldplay songs are like that too. So we kind of approximate with it though. Here we go. September 17th. For a girl I know it's Mother's Day. Her son is gonna leave, and that's where he will stay. Wind on the weather vane, tear and blue eyes, sailor me. Falstaff sings a sorrowful refrain for a boy in Fiddler's Green. His tiny knotted heart, well, I guess it never worked too good. The timber tore apart, and the water gorged the wood. You can hear her whispered prayer for men at mass that's always lean. The same wind moves her hair, moves her boy through Fiddler's Green. Hey. Oh, nothing's changed anyway. Oh, nothing's changed anyway. Oh, anytime today. He doesn't know a soul, nowhere that he's really been, but he won't travel alone, no, not in Fiddler's Green. Balloons all filled with rain, as children's eyes turn sleepy. Falstaff sings a sorrowful refrain for a boy in Fiddler's Green. Last line. For a boy in Fiddler's So this song's in the key of E. Sometimes when a song stays on a chord for a long time, to emphasize the next chord, it'll, well, in this case, if it was in the key of A, E would be A, B, C, D, E, the 5 chord, right? So at the end of each kind of long phrase, I was turning my E into an E7 chord, because that makes it seem like you're going to the key of A. It's called a secondary dominant. So it turns, when you turn this chord into a dominant, if it's the 5 chord here, then it makes it sound more like you're going to be in the key of E for a while. So at the end of the E chords that are going to A, I turn them into E7s, and it gives it some more kind of gravity towards the next chord. Because really, if we're in the key of E, the B is the 5 chord of E, right? E, F, G, A, B. But if you want to, a lot of songs do that. They will turn the, well, for example, if we're in the key of E, which we are, E, F, G, A. A is the 4 chord, right? But if you, actually no, I'm going to confuse, I'm not going to be able to explain that very well without an element of confusion. In any case, turn this into an E7 sometimes. Let's go on to Bobcaygeon. Let's do more songs. How many people played, well, no, I'll do this one first. I was going to talk about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which I always get quite excited about in November. I was going to say how many people played it last night. I'll say that again after we play Bobcaygeon. I can't believe we haven't played this for what seems like a very long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, G, A minor, 1 chord, 2 chord, 2. Here we go. I left your house this morning about 9:15. Could have been the Willie Nelson, could have been the wine. When I left your house this morning, it was a little after 9. It was in Bobcaygeon. I saw the constellations reveal themselves 1 star at a time. Drove back to town this morning with working on my mind. I thought of maybe quitting. I thought of leaving it behind. Slide. I went back to bed this morning, and as I'm pulling down the blinds, yeah, the sky was dull and hypothetical and falling 1 cloud at a time. That night in Toronto, with its checkerboard floors, riding on horseback and keeping order restored till the men they couldn't hang stepped to the mic and sang, and their voices rang with that just a little after 9. In the middle of that riot, couldn't get you off my mind. So I'm at your house this morning, just a little after 9. 'Cause it was in Bobcaygeon where I saw the constellations reveal themselves one star at a time.
Aaron, I just have a question about when you slide from the A minor to the B minor. Do you slide up 2?
2. Yep. So we go from the A. If you slide just that shape itself, that would be A sharp, right? Or B flat, and then you do one more, and it's a B minor. And you can play the open strings. It gives it kind of an open chord kind of sound. And as I mentioned before, he tunes his guitar differently. So it sounds right. There's some other songs that we do that into. I think Wild Horses we do that too, but that's a good way to do it. So these 3 notes, like if you only play the notes that your fingers are on, so you're playing the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, that's an A minor. So if you slide that up 2 frets, that whole shape, that's it. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It works well in that song too. And it makes it a lot easier than quickly jumping to a B minor. It is the B minor. That's the chord. That's the good one. That's the Now, I know I mentioned the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, but how crazy is that? That's a long... Who wants to play that? You do? Okay, okay, here we go. Let's do it. Shannon, were you playing along? Did you play for most of the night last night? I don't really monitor the Zoom, unfortunately. It's kind of wacky, but...
I played for almost pretty well till the end. Yeah, it was fun.
Great. How was the sound? I didn't use my microphone last night. I just used the iPad mic. So was the sound still pretty?
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Workable. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. That's good to know. And if anybody is ever coming to town, if you're ever down, just stop in. It's always a surprise. Like sometimes we get people who I just don't expect, who are like from long ways away, and then it's like, you're here, great. It's a lot of fun. We have tons of space there. It's called the, what is it called again? The mezzanine, the lobby, the gallery, maybe. And it's just huge space. So, I mean, yeah, there's lots of room.
Well, it was surprising to see Yves there, wasn't it?
It's been surprising every time.
Twice now, I think.
I think 2 or 3 even. I think we'll see him again too. I think he's spending more time down on the island, like every other week or something. He mentioned. But yeah, that was a real shocker. Okay, here we go. Last night we kind of abbreviated it by not playing the instrumental between every verse, and I suggest we do the same thing, which takes a little bit more breath, obviously. Or how about we do it every I don't know. Let's just do it. Let's just plow through it. Oh yeah, Capo on 2. Sorry. How many verses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 verses. Good time for a little sip of water or tea or whatever it is. Hey, how's Benny doing? Is Benny still by you? Is he still nearby?
Oh yeah, he's sleeping about half a foot from the computer.
Is that his usual? I've never seen Benny before. Is that his usual sleeping spot, or is he?
Yeah, if he hears guitar, he'll come sit at the door till you open it, and he'll
Oh,
come lay on the bed.
Beautiful. Wow. Okay, here we go from the intro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, 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 down. A, G, D. Just stay on the A for a while. And we are a second fret capo, just in case I didn't. Here we go. The legend lives on from the Chippewa town of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons or more, and the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. And later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and a wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the old cook came on deck, saying, fellas, it's too rough to feed ya. At 7 p.m. a main hatchways caved in, said, fellas, it's been good to know ya. The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night when his lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Instrumental A, E minor at the top, D, A, G, D, A, and just stay on A for a while. Bing, jigga, jing, jing, jigga, jing, jing, jigga, jing. Here we go with does. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up or they might have capsized. They may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. A, E minor, D, ding, jigga, jing, jing, A, jing, jigga, jing, G, D, A. Lake Huron Monroe Superior sings in the rooms of her ice-water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. And the iron boats go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November. Remember, A, E minor. Musty old hall in Detroit they prayed in the Mariner Sailors Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa down of the big lake they call Gitchigumi. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early. A, E minor, D, A, G, Great. I think yesterday I said something that I never say. I said we can't memorize this, or we won't I think I said we won't memorize this, but I didn't mean we can't memorize this. It's pretty capable. It would actually be a pretty easy one to memorize because it's because the story is so compelling, and the imagery is easy to imagine, and it would be an easy one to remember. That said, I don't think we'll go through it verse by verse, line by line on Zoom, but learning one verse of it would be it's one of those ones too that you can almost sing along to when it's on the radio, or in this context too, the words are just a prompt, right? So it's just making that extra step to kind of commit it without the prompting. 8:27. Wow. I think it was 8:23 before. So we did that pretty quick. That was a quick version. Let's see. Where should we go from here? Lara, do you have any that you've been
I haven't played since I saw you last, so.
Wow. Okay.
So
Well,
we've already played all my favorites.
great. Susan, you got any?
How about Free Falling?
Free Falling. Okay. Complete the Tom Petty triptych. Absolutely.
Do we change the lyric to tree falling?
Sure.
We've had tons of downed trees in this area in the last 2 weeks.
Really, hey?
Yeah. I thought the kids were messing around upstairs. I heard this big crack and a boom, but it was next door. The good news is I now have an ocean view from my bedroom. Just a little teeny tiny view, but the neighbor's tree went down, so now I can see.
That's amazing. That must feel really good. An ocean glimpse, they call it. Wow, I like that. What kind of tree was it? It was a big cedar?
Oh, one of those big limby things like a maple or oak.
Okay. Wow.
So that's increased your property value, Brian. See you.
Property taxes probably, but not the value.
Capo 3. I wonder if we should do it that way. Yep, let's do it. Capo 3. Now I'm free. I guess if you're gonna sing in falsetto, you might as well. Once you're in the falsetto range, it's almost easier to do it higher. But this, oh yeah, this is the one with, it's got the same kind of strumming. D, G, G, D, A. So let me just explain that a little bit, because it's D, G. I do an extra G, I guess it is here. You'll kind of hear it. If you just play it really straight, it'll follow the course of this chord progression, but it kind of hangs on the G for an extra strum. D, G, G, or G, D, A, D, G, G, D, A, G. Here we go. She's a good girl, loves her mama, loves Jesus and America too. She's a good girl, she's crazy about Elvis, loves horses and her boyfriend too. It's a long day living in Reseda. There's a freeway running through the yards. I'm a bad boy, 'cause I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart, but I'm free, free falling. Yeah, I'm free, free falling. And all the vampires walking through the valley move west into Ventura Boulevard, and all the bad boys are standing in the shadows. And all the good girls, they're home with broken hearts, but I'm free, free falling. Yeah, I'm free, free falling. Bum dum ba dee G, G, D, A, D, G. Here we go. I want a black dawn over Mulholland. I want to write her name in the sky. I want to free fall out into nothing. I'm gonna leave this world for a while, but I'm free, free falling. Yeah, I'm free, free falling. Ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, but I'm free, free falling. Yeah, I'm free, free falling. Bang, bang, bum, 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 bum. And then we end on a D. Great. Thank you. I almost feel like we should do another Tom Petty song. Let's do Wildflowers. Let's do the home recording version of Wildflowers just to end the evening off, because that's a nice one. It's not one we usually do for the end of the evening, but it's we've done a lot of Tom Petty songs. Something's going on here, so keep it going. Capo 5. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. F, C, G, C. A little bit faster, sorry. F, C, G, C. Look at what I'm doing with my finger on every chord. F, lift, hammer on, hammer on, hammer on, hammer. Here we go. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Go away somewhere all bright and new. I have seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. You belong with your love on your arm. You belong somewhere you feel free. F, C, G, C, G, A minor. F, C, G, C, G, A minor. F, G. Run away, go find a lover. Run away, let your heart be your guide. You deserve the deepest of cover. You belong at home by and by. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me, far away from your trouble and worry. You belong somewhere you feel free. 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 Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aaron.
Nice to see you all. Enjoy the rain. Doesn't happen every day. Enjoy it. Enjoy it when it. Well, remember how dry it was this summer? Seriously, it didn't rain for like 4 months. It was brutal. It was like apocalyptic. This is wonderful. Anyways,
Enjoy.
nighty night. Thanks.